second game of the doubleheader on TNT. Celtics can have this stretch where they're playing 7 of 8 on the road. It's a back-to-back. Portland's 1.5, 221 the total. And this is going to surprise a lot of people. And you're hearing some MVP talk, which, hold on a second. Is Isaiah Thomas good or not? Eastern Conference Player of the Month for January, 32 points per game. But he can't guard you, Teddy. And look at the real plus-minus.
Well, that's the insanity. And look, what really made this stand out to me, because we saw something from Boston on the homestand that you're almost never going to see. 4-0 straight up, 0-4 against the spread. So you say, why is that happening for the Celtics right here? Why are they struggling to cover numbers? And then you start to look at this incredible graphic. Look, Celtics in the fourth quarter, with Thomas on the court, they're minus 1.7. With him off the court, they're plus 20.6 in terms of offensive rating and defensive rating. For the season overall, Isaiah Thomas, a guy who, again, your mainstream media, MVP, look, he's a player of the month. Okay? He's scoring points. He can't stop in the fourth quarter. For the season, Boston, plus 2.8 with him on the floor, plus 3.4 with him on the bench. And we're talking about a guy who's probably played the best, not probably, he's played the best 6-week stretch of his career during this span offensively. And they're still better with him on the bench for the season. The advanced metric numbers are telling us pretty clearly Isaiah Thomas is maybe a little bit overrated, and that has everything to do with what he's doing on the defensive end of the court, Paulie.
And look at the real plus-minus. Point guard overall, he's 13th. Point guards in defense, he's 86th. That's 86 players tracked. He's dead last. You got to be kidding me.
Well, yeah, and when you look at the last time these two teams played, they played at Boston on January 21st. And it tells you exactly what the Isaiah Thomas conundrum is in a nutshell. All right, he went nuts. He scored 41 points in 43 minutes. He had 0 steals. He had as many turnovers as assists. And the Celtics were minus 10 with him on the floor, plus 6 in the 9.5 minutes he didn't play. The Blazers won that game outright at Boston in overtime, 127-123. They were 8-point underdogs.
Yep, and as far as Lillard, he backed up the talk against Dallas. They won it in the worst way after they got beat, and Yogi lit him up on national television. He had 29 points, 12 of 22 shooting, 6 assists, only 2 turnovers. But they needed McCollum's buzzer beater, or the basket with 0.3 seconds to win the game. It's the same thing with Portland all these games, Teddy. They can't do much on offense in the second half, and they can't guard anybody in the fourth quarter.
No, Dallas did whatever they wanted to in the fourth quarter of that game, scoring 31 in the final stanza. Dirk hit what should have been the game, what was likely to be the game-winning 3 with 3 seconds left. Terry Stotts, quote, "We've been on the wrong end of it a lot of times this year, and so be proud of what we did. I'm glad we closed it out. We didn't do some things that we needed to do in the last minute, but we kept responding." Yeah, they did. But significant loss for the Blazers. This is not a team with a bunch of quality depth. Now, they've lost Evan Turner with a broken hand for at least a month. He's averaging just shy of 10 points a game, just shy of 4 boards, 3.5 assists. But he's one of these guys, he does a lot of little things for that team, and his minutes had been picking up. He moved into the starting lineup in mid-January. A guy who's not going to move the needle on the point spread, but is likely to have at least some impact with his absence on the floor.
All right, that's the NBA. Up next, college. The doubleheader on ESPN. North Carolina and Duke, and Oregon and UCLA, plus the play of the day on SportsBit. Betting Insight today on SBRPicks.com. Hey guys, for the full video, go to SBRPicks.com.
Research before you bet. Be sure to check out SBR Picks for the best game predictions, breakdowns, and much, much more.